Hello. I want to look at, in case you're not aware of this, a teaching that Paul gave about the times of the Gentiles and how blindness in part has happened to Israel. Just go to, you've got a Bible, Romans 11:25. It says quite clearly, Romans 11, we'll find 11. Paul's writing to Gentiles. It's a book of Romans. He's writing to Gentiles and he's explaining how that Israel was blinded in part until the Gentiles were brought in. Now, you might say, 11 verse 19, you might say then, the branches were broken off that I might be grafted in. Well, because of unbelief they were broken off. And you stand by faith. Be not high-minded, but fear. For if God not spared the natural branches, which is Israel, take heed lest he also spare not you. And then, just skip a bit there. For if you were verse 24. For if you were cut out of the olive tree, which is wild by nature, and were grafted into the contrary to nature, into a good olive tree, how much more then shall these, Israel, which be the natural branches, be grafted back into their own olive tree? And then Paul goes on to say, in a nutshell, verse 25, I would not have you ignorant of this, brethren, this mystery, lest you should be wise in your own conceits, that blindness in part is happened to Israel, until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. There's many people carrying on as if they're in church and everything, as if it's going to be forever like that. It started in Israel and it finishes in Israel. This is what Paul's saying, lest we be wise in our own conceit, until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. That happened. The fullness of the Gentiles happened as soon as the transgression started in 86, and it was a case of until all the cities being made desolate. Read Isaiah 6. So what do you do if you're a part of a big church or something and it's been led into iniquity, mystery of iniquity, it's been led into being cut off, and you're part of it? Best to get out. But they might throw this one at you, like I used to get thrown at me until I read it properly, studied it in depth, and found it was quite plain to see, which has always been skipped over. Hebrews 10, verse 24 and 5. So let us consider one another, 24, verse 24, to provoke unto love and to good works. And then verse 25, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together. I always used to get that thrown at me because I didn't want to go to church on a regular basis. They used to always quote that one at me. But I got so fed up with it, I knew it wasn't for me. Different things for different people. You've got to read the rest of it. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another so much the more as you see the day approaching. What day approaching? The day of our assembling together. Read it again until the penny drops. Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. The day of our assembling together, which God will do, which Jesus will do. He'll gather us from the four corners of the land to one place, together. That's the assembly together he's talking about. Contrary to the other twisted message. The problems with Christianity because it's lost the plot. But you don't have to. They've forgotten all the words of Jesus. They haven't got the full teachings of the Apostle Paul or Peter. It's what you call abomination. It's unbalanced. When did it happen? Well, just go back to the very early church. That's when it happened, right in the beginning. Read Jude. Evil men crept in unawares to spy out the liberty of the sons of God, the first sons of God. The Lord said he would do a short work on earth. Well, I used to think that was for the end. But as time's gone on, I've delved into it, and I've actually discovered that it was at the beginning. Even Paul, at the end of his ministry, cried out that his labour is in vain. And then he said, nevertheless, his work is hid with his God. So God's brought it out for now. Paul's writings are all for now. They're more effective for now. He foretold a CC gathering and other things. Truly he's a prophet, so no one can say he's not a prophet. And it needs to be looked at with a fresh eye on your own. Now, that's really all I've got today. So, not forsaking the assembling of our souls together, which is to be, lest you get compelled to kind of attend somewhere regularly and you're not getting anything from it. You can learn on your own, or with twos and threes, or pray with twos and threes, or on your own. You don't need massive large groups. You don't even know who's in that number. Who are you fellowshipping with? Anyway, thank you very much. That's about it for now.